Hi there. My name's Duncan Moss, back for a second installment of the Brand Power Builder, and today I want to talk about what is a power brand and why do I need one. In the first video, I reviewed the 4 problems that most business owners suffer when it comes to trying to achieve brand independence. And the first of those, I'll just bring up the graphic here, and it's a little easier for everyone to see what I'm talking about. I've got notes here, of course. So the first of these is an orphaned website. I spoke about this just the other day. An orphaned website is really a website that's lost. And because your website is the hub of your brand online, if you've lost control of your website in the sense that you don't have the username or password, don't know where it's hosted, don't know where the domain was registered, that's an orphaned website. You got a problem. The fourth thing is the fourth issue is a hijacked website where essentially you've lost control. Somebody else is either managing the site for you, not doing what you want, or you really can't afford their services anymore, but you don't know how the website works. So even if you had the password and username, the software is too complicated and you're really just not able to get your message out or make changes to your website or your marketing programs easily. The third is to have fallen prey to an online advertising scam. And this happens. There's lots of folks out there advertising various kinds of software and hosting platforms that are often simply too rich for the average small business, or that they're kind of like flypaper. They're sticky. You get in and you can't get out, which is particularly bad. It's sort of like having a landlord that says, oh, well, you can move if you want to, but I get to keep your furniture and your clothes. So really, I can talk more about how to avoid that, but that's one of the third most common problems. And the fourth is a reputation management issue where you've got issues either on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter that are impacting your brand in a bad way. This may be that, frankly, you're not doing anything there, or in fact, the things that have been posted by someone else that you've paid to do this work are really not reflecting your business, your brand, or your message in a positive way. So the other thing now is, or what I really wanted to talk about today, and I'm going to keep this really brief, is how do I know if my website or my brand really is in jeopardy online? So I have what I call the 7 warning signs brand diagnostic. You can do this very quickly, but depending upon how you answer these questions, you'll know if you've got a problem or not. The first of these is that you're frustrated with your current webmaster or designer, but don't know where to turn. So they're not really responding in a positive way to your requests or the kinds of things that you'd like to see your website and or your marketing and online media, social media, how it should look or sound. This is not uncommon. And so if in fact the relationship you've got with your webmaster or your designer is not a positive one, that they're not really in your court, they don't have your back, that's a warning sign for sure. The second one is that you feel that you've lost control of your website or your brand. So you may be paying for advertising and not really sure if you're getting a return on investment. You're doing social media marketing and you can't connect the dots. You can't see if this is really getting you a new business or customers or visitors, and or that really no matter what digital assets you might have online, that you're not really in the driver's seat. You're almost solely dependent on someone else to manage those assets. That's a warning sign. The third one is that you just simply can't make your own changes to your website. If you're a restaurant, to go in and update the menu, something as simple as that, to post a blog. If you're not able to do those things yourself, if your service providers haven't given you the training so that you or a member of your staff can do these really very simple things, simple updates to your website, or in fact, post to YouTube or Facebook, again, you should consider that a warning sign. The fourth is that you're dissatisfied with your current site design and function. In other words, that because again, your website's the hub of your brand online, that it's not doing anything for you, or it's not doing what you want. That you're not able to sell products from your website, that you really don't have a strong connection between what people see or where they go to learn about your business and how they can actually purchase your service or product. And that the website's not doing anything either to to distribute your message through, say, a newsletter where people can sign up or at least leave their name or ask a question so that there's interactivity. Your brand needs to be interactive online. And so, brand function is as important, in fact, more important than design, believe it or not. There are some pretty ugly websites out there that work really well for the business owners in terms of attracting new customers and making sales. So frequently, people will spend a lot of money on sophisticated design and forget about function. And so it's sort of like having a beautiful car without a motor. You're not going anywhere. Number 5, you're about to start a new business or a not-for-profit, and you don't know how to take the wheel. Again, I'm using the car metaphor here, but it seems like the simplest way to describe this problem. And again, so, you just don't have control. That these days, whether it's advertising your brand or managing the website, again, that's essentially the center of a hub of your brand, the software, there are systems out there that make it easy to manage, and so that a member of your staff or you can actually log in with some training and do the daily updates or the weekly updates that are required to keep your brand fresh. It's sort of like going to the grocery store. When you walk in most major grocery stores these days, what are you going to see? You're going to see the fresh fruit and vegetables, because that's what Google wants to see, is fresh content. And so if you're not able to just simply log in and update and create some fresh content on your own, that's a pretty big sign that you've got a problem. Your website isn't converting visitors into customers and contributing to your bottom line. Not every website is really designed to do this. It doesn't, and so if yours doesn't, it doesn't necessarily mean you've got a problem. But in this day and age, your website should be actually doing something for you. So really the question is, what has your website done for you today? If people come to visit, there's got to be a way for them, a call to action that says, dial this number, drop us a line, download this PDF, watch the video. But it needs to create an environment in which new visitors particularly feel comfortable, and that you're providing value, and that they're safe to communicate or connect with you. Number 7 is that you're reluctant to invest more money in your website or your brand online because you aren't getting a return on investment now. And this is not unusual. Many businesses have already spent hundreds to thousands of dollars to get their website to grow or to have that presence, and they've never really seen a measurable return as a result of spending that money. And so, of course, if it didn't work before, why would it work now? Well, a lot of that has to do with what's called a brand platform. And if you don't have a brand platform strategy, it's difficult to first measure and secondly get any kind of a return on any digital assets like your website or social media. So the good news is there is a solution to all of this. These obstacles can be overcome. There is a way to transform your current brand into what I call a power brand so that you can enjoy brand independence. Imagine for a moment being free from hijackers, webjackers, hackers, and malware, free to run your website without a webmaster, saving money on web design and management fees, enjoying increased brand recognition, benefiting from a growing fan and subscriber base, and attracting new customers and experiencing increased sales. That's what brand independence is, and that's what a power brand can do for you. So no matter where you are in your business or not-for-profit, and no matter what condition it's in, you can enjoy the benefits of a power brand. But the first step to brand independence is to apply the 9 little-known but relatively simple action steps of the Brand Power Builder. So imagine what your business or not-for-profit would be like if you could reach your target audience because you're in the driver's seat and you're no longer totally reliant on others to get your message out. If you want to know more about this, just visit brandpowerbuilder.com, and there's a video there that details my proactive 9-step system. There's a way to get a copy of the book, because there's a very small book. It's, I think, 90 pages on this topic that details all of this. The Kindle version is $1. That's as cheap as I'm allowed to sell it, essentially. And the softcover version is less than $10. I think $9.95 or something like that. So please leave comments or suggestions. I would really like to know more about your concerns or ideas with respect to this topic. I've been doing this now for 10 years, what I call brand rescue, website rescue. And so my intention here is to provide some education in bite-sized pieces, because most people these days don't have time to watch a 20-minute video, and a place to get more resources on this topic so that you are not the victim of a webjacking or a website hijacking or an orphaned website or an online scam or reputation issues. These are all solvable with a brand strategy, a brand platform strategy. And it's not rocket science. It's really just a matter of doing some homework and following the steps, answering the questions. So I'll be back again in the next video with more detail on this. And in fact, my plan at that time is to talk about the 9 steps that you need to take, the action steps you need to take to start building a power brand online. So I hope you'll join me for that. Again, I try to keep these things brief. I think I've probably already run over my own time limit here, but this is a topic, this is a mission of mine, and I'm excited about this, and I would really like to help as many people as I can to develop brand independence and not be victimized by what is essentially the wild, wild west of the internet. So thanks for your time. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.